Well, I've always been interested in history, but I wanted to get out of my comfort zone a bit. And the issues and subjects we're covering in the American Studies modules really appealed to me. And also, whilst history and American Studies are complementary, and you can apply skills you learn from both courses to each other, there's a different approach to American Studies. We focused on things like cinema and imagery and film and media. So it was very much a social history. Yeah, well, we started in American Studies with a general introduction to American issues, focusing on a variety of issues, really from the civil rights movement to the Vietnam War and protests in the United States. We also had one of the most interesting parts of the course, as far as I was concerned, was looking at violence in America and whether America is predisposed to be a violent country or whether there's something underlying in American culture that makes America more violent than other countries. So it was a very diverse course with a lot of different material and an awful lot of different issues covered as well. In the history course, there was an Atlantic slavery module, so we got a taste and a flavour of the roots of one aspect of American culture, which I found was a great continuum then into the American Studies course itself. So they fitted really well, and I think it gives you a different dimension in terms of how you apply the skills that you develop as a historian. I've got no doubt that the skills that I've gained by doing American Studies and History at Glamorgan have made me a far more desirable employee. I've been able to look at information and digest it and then analyse it and prioritise information. But also importantly, I've discovered the means that you articulate yourself in everyday life. And I've gained that experience at Glamorgan, being able to present an argument and make a case. And that's been invaluable. Yeah, well, one of the great things about Glamorgan is you get a variety of students from different backgrounds and with different experiences. And as a mature student coming back to education, full-time education, I felt right at home straight away, and I was working at the same time as studying. But the support network you have at this university just makes things that much easier. And you have enough time then to enjoy what you're studying as well as getting on with meeting deadlines. There hasn't been a tutor or lecturer in Glamorgan University I've come across that hasn't been enthusiastic about A, their course, but B, supporting students. And they've always been on hand via email or even by appointment to go and see them and to take the time to talk you through any issues or difficulties. And I think the support network that a student gets at Glamorgan really enriches the experience that you have here. They don't just see you as a consumer and a bundle of tuition fees. They see you as somebody they want to invest their enthusiasm and their time in. Glamorgan has whetted my appetite yet again for education, and now that I've got my BA in History and American Studies, I'd like to work for a while, but I definitely want to come back to Glamorgan and do a postgraduate course, perhaps a master's course.